Then find someone else.
Even in person, I feel like I'm still not good enough for your trust.
What do you want me to do, please?
I still love you as the first time. I mean, there is nothing changed in our love.
I don't believe you. I'm using a tremendous amount of self-control. You know, you've taken away my confidence in you. My expectations were you were gonna man up, and now all of a sudden you've changed your mind.
Buckle up, Buttercup! Danielle comes out swinging with a strong declaration about not changing for anyone, because she knows her worth in this relationship. She clearly states what she's after, setting the tone right off the bat for the type of partner she expects Johan to. Opening with a bang, she lays out the theme of control and expectations.
I'm not willing to change who I am because I know what I deserve. In this relationship, I'm making sure that I'm very clear about who I am and what I want, and you can either stand by me and be a part of my life, or you can find the nearest door. Like, it's not even a question at this part of my life.
And off we go. Danielle doesn't hold back as she rattles off her wish list for their apartment. A dishwasher, 2 bedrooms, a terrace, you name it. She lists her living essentials as deal breakers, underscoring that she's not here to compromise on comfort. This sequence spotlights potential clashes over lifestyle choices and who's footing the bill. Strap in, because she's just getting started.
I want 2 bedrooms. I want 2 bathrooms. I'm gonna be working from home, so I need to have space to be able to teach yoga classes online. I want parking. I want a pool. I want a terrace. I don't think that's loud.
Aquí tenemos la cocina.
Oh, did you catch that? Danielle dives into the real estate game, comparing the fancy expat dig she wants to Johan's more humble abode. She points out that the amenities she's after come with a heftier price tag in the areas she prefers. This bit highlights the cultural and economic divide that's driving a wedge in their relationship.
I think because of the community that I'm looking in, these apartments are more modern than places like where Johan lives.
Y vista piscina.
Sí. These are like expat communities or really tourist areas that have a lot of security and a lot more resources, but these apartments are more expensive. Me gusta la piscina.
Johan finally chimes in about his money situation, revealing the financial strain between what Danielle wants and what he can afford. The chat sheds light on his not-so-deep pockets compared to her shopping list of apartment must-haves. Danielle insists on a fair split of chores and bills, emphasizing fairness and practicality. The upcoming clip throws even more spice into the mix.
Con 5,000 pesos de mi sueldo. No puedo más.
5,000 pesos es $90. ¿Qué yo hago con eso?
No sé, es lo que puedo.
Tú estás loco. Tú comes 5,000 pesos por desayuno.
Yo te dije, yo no lo puedo pagar. En lo que yo pueda, te ayudo.
Take a look at Danielle getting real about her history of 2 giving relationships and her no more Mr. Nice Girl stance on not financially supporting Johan forever. She's firm on not wanting to bankroll a grown man indefinitely, which tells us she's looking for partnership, not dependency. This reflection shows her moving toward a more balanced, self-respecting dynamic.
I have historically had very codependent relationships. It was like I was always giving so much of myself to someone else who was not giving anything back, and I feel like I've moved beyond that. So, could I bankroll our future forever? Yes. Do I want to? Absolutely not. I have no desire to support a grown-ass man for the rest of my life.
Here's Danielle, rolling up her sleeves to teach Johan the art of budgeting with a good old spreadsheet. This proactive step is more than just number crunching. It's about setting expectations and building a sustainable future together. This tutorial is a metaphor for her trying to instill a sense of shared responsibility. But hold on to your socks, because there's more drama on the horizon.
I've been running a yoga and wellness business since 2018. That motivates me to break out my computer and show him how to use a spreadsheet. This way he can start keeping track of how much he's making every month and how the income column needs to be much larger than the expense column.
Wait till you see this showdown. During a critical financial debate, Danielle questions the viability of their lifestyle and Johan's grasp on arithmetic. The conversation heats up as she voices her frustration over his financial illiteracy. This pivotal scene captures their ongoing battle over control and compatibility. And guess what? It only gets juicier from here.
Del negocio que se paga, de aquí se paga todo. ¿De dónde lo voy a pagar?
I'm trying to be patient, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to build a life with someone who can't even be bothered to do basic math. Either that or he's just being really stubborn and won't admit that he's making a mistake. But Johan and I are now a married couple, so any debt that he takes Tucson is also my debt.
Ever tried packing 10 suitcases into a sedan? That's what's next. The debacle of fitting Danielle's moving day luggage into Johan's tiny car highlights not just a logistical nightmare, but also their broader issues of planning and communication, or the lack thereof. This mess symbolizes the deeper disconnects in their relationship, but you'll crack up at what happens next.
Sí, mi amor. Vamos a subir acá.
Johan doesn't own a car, so whenever I come to the Dominican Republic, he rents one from a friend of his. This is the same car that we always rent when I come here. I didn't tell Johan that I had 10 suitcases, but I feel like he should have realized that I was moving here.
Curveball? A fiery debate about driving skills and gender expectations kicks up dust, with Danielle lambasting Johan's driving and slamming the old-school gender roles he seems to expect her to fill. This dispute digs into deeper issues of control and societal norms within their dynamic. Danielle's frustration with these outdated expectations is palpable and points to her craving for equality.
I'm too tired to argue with Johan about who's driving home. If he really wants to fight this battle and win, I'll let this be a battle that he wins.
Yo no sé, esta semana es mucho difícil por no reason.
Ese tiempo yo la pasé con tu amigo. Pasamos un rato bien.
This is the big one, folks. The climax of their argument reaches a breaking point where Danielle declares she's had enough, marking a significant turning point in their tumultuous relationship. Her repeated proclamations of being done underscore the emotional toll and her readiness to walk away if things don't change. This crucial moment is a game changer, and what follows might just tip the scales.
In this relationship, I'm making sure that I'm very clear about who I am and what I want, and you can either stand by me and be a part of my life, or you can find the nearest door. Like, it's not even a question at this part of my life. Maybe I was just supposed to live in the Dominican Republic by myself for a year, who knows?
Debbie steps off the plane, and boom, she's hit with that I'm home feeling. She's in Morocco, feeling like she's back in her old neighborhood, ready for a fresh start and jazzed about what's coming up with Usama. Stick around because Debbie's about to get a reality check.
Are we almost there, you think?
We're almost done, but I think.
Yeah. I just arrived in Morocco, and I feel like I'm home and that everything's gonna be okay. It's like I feel safe, secure, happy. It's like I'm young again, and everything is...
Usama's laying down the plan like he's plotting a road trip. He's got it all mapped out. A quick pit stop in Rabat, followed by a hop over to meet the folks in Kemesset, marriage, and then back to Rabat for apartment hunting. It's all coming up daisies, but wait till you see Debbie's face when she hears the next part.
for us to take and to do good with. Osama and I plan to stay a couple of days in the capital city of Rabat, and then we're gonna go meet Mom and Dad in Kemesset, which is about an hour or so away. Get married.
Here's Debbie, sweating bullets over how long they'll be crashing with Usama's folks. She's not down for turning into a permanent couch surfer and wants to nail down some deets to avoid living out of her suitcase indefinitely. Oh boy, the next scene is a doozy. Don't miss it.
There are some things I want to talk to Osama about tonight. You know, I want to talk to him more about, you know, the time frame of staying with Mom and Dad, because I want to get on with our lives and our plans. You know, I didn't give up my whole life in the United States.
Evening's rolling around, and it's time for the talk. Debbie wants to hash out the deets about their stay at the in-laws. It's all peace and planning. Or is it? Grab your popcorn because things are about to get spicy.
I felt very tired, but you know, still have some energy.
Well, it's good to finally wind down
Yep.
this evening and discuss our plans, because there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about. You know how we're going to your Mom and Dad's house?
Yep.
Plot twist. Just when Debbie thought she was in for a cozy family visit, Osama's like, actually, how about you head back to the States after? Talk about a mood swing. This isn't just a curveball. It's a whole new game.
And then when do I come back again?
Well, I think just, I mean,
Come back when? When?
this is a decision of life. First, you have to know my family, how they are, how they live, the tradition. I never spend like 2 months with you in the same house.
Hold the phone, folks. Usama decides now's a good time to mention the whole let's live together for 2 months before we get hitched plan. Debbie's jaw hits the floor. She didn't sign up for a trial run. The next bit is priceless. Make sure you're tuned in.
I mean, we have to know each other so deeply. And after we will get married.
Wow, Osama. I wish you would have told me that before I I came.
We have to spend some time in reality.
I don't get it. I'm totally confused, but I don't like what I'm hearing. It makes me feel sick. Him telling me.
Debbie's on the warpath now, confronting Usama about flipping the script. She thought she was walking into a wedding, not a reality check. Watch as she lays into him. This is the kind of drama you can't make up.
That you loved me and we were to get married, and now you're telling me you're not going to marry me, and this is a 2-month test drive?
Because I need to live with you in reality to see if you accept me in reality, if me accept you in reality.
Why couldn't you tell me?
Here comes Usama, trying to smooth things over by talking about reality and testing compatibility. Debbie's not buying what he's selling, though. The trust thermometer's dropping fast. What's next? Oh, it's good. You gotta see it.
If things go good as we'll get married indeed.
You really screwed up big time, Osama.
Why?
It's like shame on you.
Why? Because I said the truth. I just want to get married with you, but we have to be in reality.
After 3 years, you have the audacity to say that to me?
3 years in social media, not in reality.
Debbie's heart is in the blender, and Usama's got his hand on the puree button. She's reeling from the sudden flip-flop, feeling tricked and totally gutted. But hang on, there's more to come. Watch as Debbie decides whether to stay or go. It's a cliffhanger.
And you've changed your mind. A man's word is supposed to mean something. Obviously, I didn't know you as well as I thought. I feel sick, man.
Can you even? Danielle lays it on thick about her love-hate thing with NYC, calling it a toxic boyfriend. It's like she loves the chaos but knows it's eating her lunch. Let's see what's brewing next.
I have a love-hate relationship with New York. I feel like New York is a toxic boyfriend. You can't get away from him. You love him so much, but you know that he's making your life worse. Can I have a large matcha latte, please, with oat milk?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. I love the energy. I love the people here.
Brace yourself, here it comes. After giving dating the cold shoulder and battling the never-ending New York hustle, Danielle swings for the fences, deciding she's game for love once more, and jets off to the Dominican Republic. This right here, it's a game changer, folks.
I even swerved dating for a couple of years. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. About a year ago, I decided I was ready for love again.
I'm so sick and tired of being on the go. I need to break from the cold.
I decided to take a trip to the Dominican Republic.
Put your hands in the air.
Guess what happens? Out of nowhere, Danielle meets Johan, a hunky personal trainer in the Dominican Republic. She's all hard eyes from the get-go, betting her friends she'd marry this dude. Romance in the fast lane, anyone? But hold up, it gets juicier.
That's where I met Johan, my Prince Charming. Johan is 32 years old, and he was a personal trainer at the hotel that I was staying at, and he was absolutely beautiful.
You're not ready for this. Just a few weeks in, and boom, Johan pops the question during Danielle's second trip. Fast and furious romance style. This guy doesn't waste any time, but wait till you hear what comes next.
That first morning back, he proposed. I knew that this was the person I was supposed to marry. 5 months later, I returned to the Dominican Republic to marry Johan.
Ready for a twist? Enter the drama, cultural clashes, money woes, and the biggie, where to plant their love tree. It's like a reality show, but real. Things are about to ramp up, so stick around.
We struggled with our finances. I really could kill you. Johan ate $200 worth of peanuts. I don't really know how that's possible. Johan doesn't even take his wallet out if I'm around. He just expects that if we buy something, I'm going to pay for it. Yo dije, tú no necesitas.
No way she didn't. Against all odds, Danielle decides she's moving to the Dominican Republic for good. Her friends are freaking out, and honestly, who wouldn't? The stakes are high, but guess what's coming?
I know. Really? Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Johan would really love to move to the US, but it's gonna take a while for him to get a visa, and I don't wanna maintain this long distance relationship. So I'm moving to the Dominican Republic.
You're actually moving.
I'm actually moving.
Oh, what now? As Danielle spills the beans about Johan possibly being a resort gigolo, a sanky-panky, her pals are all eyebrows up. It's the kind of plot twist you can't make up. Stay tuned. The grand finale is just around the corner.
I am taking a big risk for the future that I want. I'm giving up my career, I'm giving up my home, but I am confident that I'm making the right decision.
I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss our classes together.
I am gonna miss you guys so much. You have no idea.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Here we go again. Mary spills the beans about her abandonment issues, thanks to her parents doing a vanishing act when she and her bro were just kids. This old wound still stings, keeping her on edge about her current beau possibly ditching her too. Despite her dude's best efforts to reassure her, Mary's not buying it. She's like, can I ever chill out about this? Brace yourselves, because they're just warming up for a bumpy chat.
Lack of faith in each other. Yeah, there you go. Think about that.
I just can't stop myself from being jealous. I'm afraid to be left behind.
I spent almost 2.5 years talking to you on the phone, never leaving you for anyone else, and then finally coming here in person. You still feel...
Buckle up for this roller coaster. Mary throws a curveball, pondering out loud if tying the knot and popping out some kiddos would help her shake off her fear of being left in the dust. Her partner's patience is wearing thin, really feeling the weight of her trust issues. They're both knee-deep in this emotional quagmire, trying to find solid ground. And just when you think it can't get more intense, the next scene takes the cake.
They didn't message us, they didn't give us support. I think it's my fault, and I think to myself, they don't love you. Every time I meet people, I'm afraid that if I love them, they will just leave me behind. I don't like it, but I can't stop it.
Even if I got baptized, even if I married you, even if we had kids, would you finally let go of your fear of abandonment? I need to know.
Maybe.
Hold on to your popcorn. Just as they hit a nerve, Mary's panic alarm goes off. Full-blown panic attack right in the middle of their heart-to-heart. Her partner and a buddy jump to the rescue, inhaler in hand, helping her catch her breath. It's like every word is a minefield with these two. Don't go anywhere. Up next, the plot thickens, and trust me, it's juicy.
Do you have an inhaler? She has asthma. Stop. 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 Can we just... Okay.
You thought that was a doozy? Listen to this. Mary's man shares his sob story of exes and family drama that had put a soap opera to shame. He credits Mary with flipping his life from nightmare to fairy tale. Big props to her. But with all these trust issues, it's like they're dancing on thin ice. Just wait until you hear what's up next. It's a tearjerker for sure.
Mary reached out for the first time. Let's just say it was like the literal definition of a life changer. I love this woman. I do. Which is why it hurts so much when I feel like I don't have this trust.
And now for the grand finale, the big showdown where they lay it all out. He's all heart, pouring out his love, hoping she'll finally trust him for real. It's make or break time in this love saga, folks. They're teetering on the edge of something great or a spectacular disaster. Grab your tissues, because what's coming will tug at those heartstrings.
I was able to trust her with her friends, even though they were guys. If she can't trust me the same way, that makes me think, where is this going? What is our future gonna be like? It makes me have doubts.